Sports.
We are Detroit. We are Detroit.
Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire.
Today, the Tigers continue their 9-game road trip on a gorgeous day here in Toronto. It is Game 2 in this 3-game series featuring the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Pemba, Rod Allen, glad to have you with us. The Tigers, boy, what a thrilling victory last night. But, Rod, as they do in baseball, you got to turn the page every day. And today, we've got a really good pitching matchup. We'll start with the Blue Jays. Marcus Stroman, he is a really top-notch prospect in the major leagues, and he'll get the call today for the Toronto Blue Jays.
You know, he was the #1 draft choice just a couple of years ago out of Duke. He's got a big arm. He throws 97 miles an hour. He's got an electric curveball. He racks up a lot of strikeouts. He has really helped out this rotation this year. Also, tremendous mound presence for Stroman. He only stands about 5'8", so he reminds a lot of people of Flash Gordon, who was about that tall as well, with an electric fastball and a good curveball.
And a guy that stands tall on the mound is Max Scherzer, having another terrific season this year.
Well, Max is looking to win his 14th game this year. He's been tremendous all season long. And really, if you look at his body of work the last couple of years, he's been sensational. Very few right-handers have been as good as Max. Max comes in with very impressive numbers in his career against the Toronto Blue Jays. He has never lost to them in 6 starts. He's beaten them 4 times. As a matter of fact, they have not scored more than 2 earned runs while Max has been on the mound. He'll need that good changeup, however, here today. John Gibbons, 8 of the 9 hitters Max will face, they will bat left-handed against Max this afternoon.
All right, we look forward to it. Game 2 in the series coming up after a short break. Back to the Call Sam Studios we go. And Lindsey Hayes, last night, boy, the rookies got it done. Castellanos and Suarez with homers in the 9th. Game 2, Tigers Jays next. brought to you by Comerica Bank, a part of Detroit and the community since 1849. By the all-new Chrysler 200, America's imports. And by Blue Diamond Almonds, get your good going. What a day here in Toronto. That is Rogers Center. That's where we are located here this afternoon. Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays getting set for game 2 in this 3-game series. Thrilling win last night for the Tigers. Rajai Davis not only leading off in this one, but made a great sliding catch to win the game last night. Tigers starting lineup presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Davis, Kinsler, Cabrera at the top. Ian last night with a big game for the Tigers. Victor Martinez, your DH. Torrey is in right field. JD Martinez in left. And your bottom 3 today is Castellanos, Holiday, and Eugenio Suarez. And they are facing the youngster, just 23 years old, Marcus Stroman.
Stroman's got a big arm. His fastball, his four-seam fastball, will top out at about 97 miles an hour. Average fastball about 94. He'll also cut some fastballs. Outstanding curveball. That's how he gets the majority of his strikeouts. Doesn't have much feel for a changeup. He's only 2 years removed from college.
Well, we'll see if the Tigers get a bounce today from their thrilling win last night. It seemed like it was going to be another Tigers loss, but a couple of home runs in the 9th inning turned it around. And Rajai Davis, who had a couple of doubles last night, leads it off now against Stroman. And here we go. The first pitch is fouled back out of play. No balls and 1 strike.
First pitch of the game, 94-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball thrown by the youngster Marcus Stroman.
Not bad for a little dude. He's listed at 5'9", 185. And he missed inside with the next pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Can he see? He's got his lid all pulled down on his head.
Working quickly. The 1-1 pitch is looped down the right field line. It is a fair ball. And Rajai Davis getting it done again. They're going to throw behind him at first base. Ball hits Davis, and he'll go to second. The throw down there, not in time.
That boy's so fast. I mean, that boy is fast.
Ill-advised throw by Bautista trying to throw behind Davis.
Looked like he may have had him, though, had the tag been applied. Rajai got 2 hits in that direction last night, 1 more today, and then he takes off on a ball that hits him, rolls only a couple of feet away from him. Francisco picks it up, but Rajai Davis is so fast, able to get to second base.
What a start to this one. Davis already providing some electricity for this game.
Well, you know he came here to show out. He played the last 3 years here for the Toronto Blue Jays. They know all about Rajai. They know all about his speed. They know all about his energy.
They're calling that a single E3. The error goes on Francisco, the first baseman. So a quick scoring chance now for the Tigers. Kinsler will stand in. Last night the Tigers got a leadoff double from Davis, got him to third, but couldn't score him.
I like the approach that Davis is coming to this series with. And simply looking to hit the ball the other way. Rajai is not necessarily a guy that gets a lot of hits to right field.
Kinsler, meanwhile, 61 RBIs. High fly ball center field. Anthony Gose is under it. Davis will hold. 1 gone.
Let's take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays starting defense, brought to you by Tim Hortons. You know that Anthony Gose is in center field. He's an outstanding defender as well. In left field, they have Melky Cabrera. Right field, they've got Bautista. He's got 8 assists already this year, which is 5th in the American League. Reyes and Goins up the middle. Kawasaki and Francisco are on the corners, and the hot-hitting Navarro is the catcher here today. He was the designated hitter in last night's game.
Well, the Tigers trying to get Cabrera going here. He is 0 for his last 11. Was 0 for 5 in the opener last night.
1 for 15 on this road trip.
Pickoff throw, but got him. Oh, what a throw by Stroman, and they got Davis. Wow. I mean, he just let that thing go right on the bag.
Very athletic, very quick feet. You can't make a better throw.
Literally. Look at that.
Oh, you cannot make a better throw than that.
And now Brad Ausmus coming out. And now he's going back. And they're pulling Rajai off the bases. Davis was not going to leave until he saw that the Tigers, if they were going to challenge it or not, and they decided not to.
The Blue Jays know Rajai Davis. When Kinsler failed to get him over to third base with the fly out to center field, They knew that Rajay was entertaining the thought of stealing third base, and just a wonderful pickoff by their starter, Marcus Stroman.
95 on that last fastball from Stroman.
That really hurts with Miguel standing in the batter's box, despite Miguel has been struggling offensively.
Here's the 1-0. Bouncing ball right back in the mound. Stroman may only be 5'9", but he's got some hops. And he's fired up as he walks off the hill. No score. Here comes the bottom of the first. For Marcus Stroman, he picked the runner off and threw just 7 pitches in the top of the first inning. And now Max Scherzer will take them out here in the bottom of the first inning, presented by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
He'll have to bring his A game here this afternoon against the Toronto Blue Jays, especially their top 3 hitters. They've been awfully special the entire year. But Max, well, he's been awfully good himself.
And he'll face Jose Reyes to get things started here in the home half of the first. And Reyes looks at strike 1 on the outer edge. He is the catalyst to their offense, batting .281, was 1 for 5 last night, scored a run. Ball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
John Gibbons has filled out a lineup this afternoon which boasts only 1 right-handed batter. The other 8 will bat left-handed this afternoon against Scherzer.
Popped him up, middle of the infield. Suarez calling for it. And Reyes is out. 1 gone. Here's the rest of the lineup for the Jays, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Reyes, Cabrera, Bautista at the top. Deanna Navarro had 3 hits in last night's ball game. Rasmus DHing today. Francisco is at first. Kawasaki, Goins, and Ghosts are your bottom 3 for Toronto.
I told you Max will see a lot of lefties here today, but really the last couple of years Max's numbers have gotten a lot better against left-handed batters. They're only hitting .254 this season against Scherzer.
Here's Melky Cabrera. Last night 1 for 5, drove in a run as the Blue Jays got off to a really quick start at last night's ball game. They got 1 in the first, 3 in the second. And it looked like for most of the night that might be enough. That's fouled off. 0-2 now on Cabrera. Roof is open here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon for baseball in Toronto. The sun shining in. Now Max with the 0-2. Inside, backed him out of there. Cabrera in his last 4 hitting at a .462 clip. Still has that right elbow bandaged up. Was hit a couple of nights ago on the elbow. That's outside.
We'll see a lot of those today. Backdoor curveballs to the left-handers. He'll also fade the changeup down and away from some of the left-handers once he gets ahead of them.
Here's the 2-2.
Let's take a look at the Tigers' defensive alignment this afternoon behind Scherzer. Really, the only change is B. Holiday. And he is getting the start. Alex Avila, he was the catcher in last night's contest.
Cabrera slices one foul down the left field line. Back into the seats it goes. Well, he's had a really good year. 43 multi-hit games. Cabrera had another hit in last night's ball game. Swing and a miss. Not this time as Scherzer is able to strike him out. 2 gone. Let's head down to the field now. Check in with Trevor Thompson.
Well, we talked about the struggles of Miguel Cabrera, just 1 for 16 so far on this road trip. In the month of August so far, a 208 average, just 1 home run and 3 RBI. Brad Ausmus admitted earlier he is battling from, as Brad called it, aches and pains, but says he would not be specific about the injury. He did say, however, even the best hitters in the world, like Cabrera, will struggle and slump, as Miggy is right now. The hope is that he can fight through it, because Brad says he can't get him out of the lineup right now. Gave him a day off in New York, won't have another day off during this trip, and Miggy wants to play, so we'll just have to see if he can get back on track, guys. Back up to you.
All right, Trev, thanks.
That's easy for Brad to say, though, because we've never seen Miggy like this. Us have watched him since he's been in the Tigers uniform.
No, even the last couple of years when he was battling injuries, and really down the stretch in his Triple Crown season, he still went out there and got the job done, and he was not nearly 100%. There's a swing and a miss.
He has just set the bar so high that even his numbers, as we speak right now, with the batting average and all the home runs and all the RBIs, he's still not swinging the bat the way that we're accustomed to seeing Miggy swing that stick.
Here's the 2-1. Bautista looks at a strike, and the count evens now 2-2.
I like that pitch right there, Max. A little quicker with his delivery. One of the things that you want to do against Bautista, because he has that leg kick, you want to disrupt his timing. You want to quick pitch him every now and then, because everything that he does is all about that leg kick.
Bautista stays alive.
Here's the leg kick of Bautista. When he gets it up and then gets it down where that front side is firm, that's when he gets maximum bat speed. So you want to disrupt that if you're Max today by going in and out in a mixture of really good breaking balls.
Bouncer back up the middle. So Bautista gets on with 2 outs. It's a single. First hit of the ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Bautista coming into play today hitting .393 in his career against the Tigers. They cannot get him out.
Big on base percentage guy. He's gotten on a lot this year. In fact, he leads the American League in on base percentage. Here's Deanna Navarro, and last night had a pretty good night. Was 3 out of 5. He is catching today. Was DHing last night, but both nights or both games has hit in the cleanup spot. Blue Jays, as we touched on last night, still without 3 of their key performers, including Encarnacion, who is one of their bigger bats. Driven high in the air to right center field. Torrey Hunter coming over, staring into the sunlight, and that'll do it for Toronto. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Center, and we remind you, if the Tigers combine for 3 or more home runs in this game, bring a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow. Get a free small order of curly fries. We almost got that done in the 9th inning alone last night.
Yes, they did.
A couple of home runs, but they fell one short. Here's Victor Martinez starting things off. Martinez, Hunter, and then J.D. Martinez. Marcus Stroman goes back to work. He threw just 7 first-inning pitches. And Victor looks at a ball outside. Martinez 0 for 3 last night. He did have a walk. Had a really nice series against the Yankees. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 on Victor. Martinez 6 hits on this road trip. Not really the big shift that many teams will play against him, the overshift. There's a strike on the outer edge, 2-1.
Stroman started the season in the minor leagues. He was called up earlier this year, but was pitching out of the bullpen. Made a handful of relief appearances. Then they figured out they'd like to have him in the starting rotation, so they sent him back down to the minors, stretched him out, and got him ready to start in the big leagues, where he's pretty much been one of the talks of Toronto as far as young pitchers are concerned.
Well, he was out of the bullpen, had an ERA of 12.79. As a starter, 2.66. And really, they're going to count on him quite a bit down the stretch here. The 3-1 pitch. There's a strike, 3-2. In fact, so many people were upset that Alex Anthopoulos did not make any moves coming up to the trading deadline. One of the reasons was that everybody that came to Toronto to make a trade wanted this guy right here, Stroman.
And the Blue Jays say they don't have much money to spend. They're spending quite a bit of money on their current roster. And if the owner says no more purse strings, guess what?
No more purse strings. Bank is closed. There's John Gibbons in his second go-round as the manager of the Jays.
Former catcher in the big leagues, John Gibbons.
They hired him, fired him, and hired him again. Another foul back out of play. 3-2 on Martinez, starting things off here in the second. Hunter and then J.D. to follow. And Stroman is throwing as many pitches to Martinez here as he did the entire first inning. And again the 3-2. Another foul.
Stroman pitched his college ball at Duke. #1 draft choice just a couple of years ago. I mean, basically a couple of years ago this time, this guy was pitching in college.
He was the first ever first-round pick that Duke has produced.
Can't get away from that blue, can he?
Apparently not.
That Duke blue.
And he lost him, ball 4. Leadoff man on, lengthy battle. Martinez, great at bat. Tigers have their second base runner of the game. We'll bring up Torrey Hunter. Torrey had a base hit in last night's ball game, was 1 for 4. 62 RBIs this year for Torrey. Hunter was able to get back in the lineup last night after being hit in the hand in New York. He'll shoot that one foul back out of play, 0-1. Tigers still, even though they got the win last night, have struggled to score and really to pick up hits on this road trip, batting just 190 as a club on the trip. But they still lead the American League in batting average. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Baseball is such a funny game. With a win here today, and it's going to be tough to get against Stroman. The Tigers will be 500 on the road trip. 3 wins, 3 losses.
Here's the 1-1. Grounded foul right at home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right-handers coming into play today hit 291 against Stroman. Left-handers only 207. He's got a curveball, and he will throw it quite often today that left-handers just cannot hit. And that's why the left-handers' numbers are so poor against Stroman. Usually the numbers are reversed for a right-hander. He usually dominates right-handed batters.
Chopper toward third on the charge there. Kawasaki, second one, relay, double play. 5-4-3.
Kawasaki's got some really quick feet down at third base. I mean, basically when the ball gets in his glove, he's already got the feet set to make the nice throw over across the diamond to Goins, the second baseman. Goins, very little time turning it over to Francisco to complete the 5-4-3.
He made a lot of plays in last night's ball game down there at third. Here's J.D. Martinez now, bases empty.
Big hit for J.D. last night against K.C. Jansen, their closer, to start off the top of the ninth.
Jansen last night pitched for the third consecutive game. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and he didn't seem to have it last night.
No, he wasn't sharp at all. Usually Jansen could throw the ball wherever he wants to. He had only come in walking 3 batters all year going into that 9th inning.
Bouncing ball to Kawasaki again. Easier hop this time. His throw across the diamond ends the inning. No runs, a walk, nobody left. 1.5 in the books. Advantage, and Max Scherzer certainly has had the Bernstein advantage at Rogers Center. How about these numbers, Rod?
Pretty good. 3-0 with a 2.33 ERA in 3 starts, and this is a pretty good park to hit in. As a matter of fact, I mean, this park only second to Coors Field in Denver at the home runs given up. Max has been able to master this yard,
and he's going back to work here in the second. Colby Rasmus looks at a strike. It'll be Rasmus, Juan Francisco, and then Munenori Kawasaki.
Really, overall, Max has done excellent work against the Toronto Blue Jays in 6 starts. He is a career 4-0 with 40 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts against Blue Jay hitters.
1 ball, 1 strike. Scherzer this year has had 4 double-digit strikeout games. He picked up 1 in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Max had an 11 strikeout game just a few starts ago. That was against the Angels.
Looks like Rasmus is going to present those same problems tonight for Adrian Johnson, who is a home plate umpire, where his hands come set right over a home plate. It is right in the view of the home plate umpire. You would think the umpire would move to the other side.
Let's see what Adrian does here.
They're right in his grill. I know that.
Swing and a miss. You don't need a good view to see that. Struck him out. One gone. Let's check in with Trevor Thompson again. Apparently something went wrong at the hotel today, Trev.
Mario, the fire alarm went off at the hotel just before 9. The manager got on and started telling everybody the fire alarm went off, and the police department and the fire department were on their way. Didn't make David Price very happy, however. Here's what he tweeted this morning. Someone's messing around at the hotel, and now I got to walk 22 flights of stairs to the lobby. Hashtag, come on, man. He told me that he was going to walk to the ballpark, but after those 22 flights, his knees were sore, so he ended up taking a cab. Brad Osmus was on the 32nd floor. He had to walk all the way down. Joe Nathan also on the 32nd floor. Veteran move by Joe, though. He waited for the elevators to be operable again and then rode all the way down. Back up to you guys.
Well, all right, Trev, I'm not sure that's real smart if they're telling you to get out. You're just hanging out waiting for the elevators.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. That much is for sure.
I'm glad I got out of the hotel before that happened. It apparently happened right after I left the hotel this morning. And hopefully David Price's knees will be feeling good tomorrow as he will go for the Tigers in the finale here.
And Brian Britton, who was the director of team travel, as you can imagine, and once he got to work this morning, everybody was all over him like he had something to do with the fire alarm. But that's just kind of the ribbing that goes on with the team traveling secretary.
2-1 the count on Francisco. One gone here in the second.
They never tell him how good a job he's doing. Only when something goes a little awry.
There's a high drive into right field. Hunter staring into the sunlight for out number 2.
You can see Torrey Hunter ever so slightly starting to turn his body to make sure that ball came out of the sun, which is what you're taught to do. Now watch him start to turn the body. He's starting to position himself to allow the ball to come out of the sun. There's no panic whatsoever there in the 9-time Gold Glove Award winner.
That's a great point, but how does positioning your body that way help you in terms of getting the ball out of the sunlight?
Because you turn to the side and you put your glove up and then you just wait until the ball comes out of the sun versus staring up at the sun with both eyes looking up at it. The ball will never come out for you.
Here's a bouncing ball right side, ranging left Kinsler. Kawasaki is out. 1-2-3 inning for Max Scherzer. Nicely done. Tigers baseball this afternoon from Toronto, presented by Bell Tire. Well, it's a scoreless game as we go to the top of the third. No runs, one hit for both sides. It'll be the bottom three: Castellanos, Holiday, and Suarez for Detroit. Facing Marcus Stroman, who got a double play ball back in the second after issuing a walk. And Castellanos looks at strike one. Nick hit his 8th home run of the season last night. It was a gargantuan home run, which tied the game. Average of 255. And he takes another strike, and the count goes 0-2.
Back-to-back 94-mile-per-hour fastballs on the outside, black, thrown by Stroman.
And he got him in the outside corner. Castellanos didn't like it. He is beefing to Adrian Johnson. That ball was outside.
It's a nice job by Navarro, the catcher, leading Stroman. They got the first 2 calls out there, so why not stretch it maybe a couple of inches more outside to see if they can get the home plate umpire, and it would be Adrian Johnson to buy into calling in strike 3, which he did.
And it was. Ooh, just a touch off the plate, but close enough for Johnson. Here is Holiday. Ryan pops this one in the air down the right field line, but foul. Nice play. Holiday, 9 RBIs this season. Giving Avila a break today. He's 0 for 4 on the road trip. Got 1 start at Yankee Stadium. Sends that one back out of play. 0-2.
Mostly hard stuff thrown so far by Stroman. He really has not thrown that devastating curveball that he has, that he gets a lot of his swings and misses on. It's a good time for him to throw it now.
Ball high. Fastball sitting at 94 early on here for Stroman. Out of Medford, New York. Ooh, that was close. It looked like Adrian Johnson wanted to go up with the right hand.
That's that curveball. It's a hard curveball. 88 miles an hour. 95 with the heater. 88 with this bender right here. It's got some nice depth to it.
Stroman didn't make too many minor league starts. In fact, only 27 minor league starts. He's about ready now with the 2-2. And it's a ground ball to third. Kawasaki handles another. 2 gone.
Tigers in the 9th inning last night against their closer Casey Jansen was a night to remember. J.D. Martinez started off with a double. He ambushed him on the first fastball that he saw. And then it was Castellanos stepping up. He got a breaking ball for Jansen, who wasn't sharp in last night's game. He flipped it out for a 2-run shot, and in the unlikeliest of all sources, Suarez goes straight central over the 400-foot sign to give the Tigers the lead.
Ball inside to Suarez. Blue Jays made it very interesting, loading the bases in the bottom of the 9th, but Rajai Davis, a nice sliding catch down the left field line, ending the game.
Interesting or uncomfortable?
I'm going to go with uncomfortable, actually. I'm going to go with kind of frightening.
Man, oh man.
It was not easy, was it?
They got the win.
2-0 the count on Eugenio Suarez. That's in there, a strike.
For those of you wondering what Stroman continues to do with his upper body by kind of turning that left shoulder in, he's simply reminding himself that he wants to keep that shoulder closed throughout his delivery. He does it quite often, about every other pitch. He just stands on the mound and just kind of takes that left shoulder and turns it back toward his dugout to remind himself of what he needs to do as a pitcher.
I was wondering about that because it looked like a nervous twitch.
Yeah.
See if he does it here.
We'll get it for you again.
And Suarez gets a walk.
I've watched him do it quite often here today.
It's the second base on balls issued by Stroman.
He walked in his first plate appearance last night, did Suarez, and came around to score.
Here comes Rajai Davis.
Rajai's had a nice series. A couple of doubles to right field, a single to right field.
Davis with his first double last night snapped an 0 for 13 and got it going for the Tigers. He'll line one to right, base hit.
I see you, Rajay.
Rajay going the other way again.
How about that?
2 on now with 2 outs. How about some predictions for Tigers player of the game presented by McDonald's new triple cheeseburger for just $2? I've got the guy coming up right now, Ian Kinsler.
You already know who I have.
Oh, you called for this promo, didn't you? You called for this. Here's Max Scherzer as the selection of Trevor Thompson. Rajay Davis, the selection for Rod tonight. He's 2 for 2. Or today, we should say. So here is Kinsler. Ian flying to center field back in the first. In there is strike 0-1. And again on the outside corner. Kinsler is at .290 this year. Leads the team with 137 hits. Little chopper right back toward the mound. Stroman sets himself. Kinsler's out, and the threat is over. Tigers get a single, a walk, and lead 2. Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Arby's. We have the meats. And by Bell Tire. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. Rogers Center, the site. Tigers continuing this 9-game road trip with the middle game in this 3-game series. Hey, go State. Scherzer back to the hill, and he delivers strike 1 on the outer edge. Ryan Goins is leading it off for Toronto. It's Goins, Ghosts, and Reyes. Way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max had a 1-2-3 second. He has picked up 2 strikeouts in this contest. Now the 1-1. Goins slaps it foul back out of play. I mentioned it's a beautiful day here today. 73 degrees was our game time temperature, and the roof is open. Fans enjoying great weather for day baseball here in Toronto. Now the 1-2. Bouncer right back to the mound. Scherzer for out number 1. That'll bring up Anthony Ghosts. Ghost did not start last night. He's in there today in center field. And batting in the 9th spot for the Jays.
He's not doing a whole lot with the bat this year in 64 games. Defensive replacement a lot of nights for John Gibbons, but this guy can absolutely fly, and he is stellar. defensively in all three outfield positions.
That's fouled away. 0-1. You know, having that defensive replacement late in games can be underrated sometimes, Rod, and I think we saw it pay off for the Tigers last night when Carrera came in, which pushed Rajay to left, and he made the game-saving catch.
Yeah, JD doesn't make that play. No disrespect to JD, but he doesn't have the speed of Rajay, and he would have never gotten over to that line to make that final catch.
Actually, it was a game-ending catch, I guess. Even if he didn't make that play, it was still a foul ball, but still, it was a terrific play by Davis. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away.
Here's that catch, and that ended the ball game last night. Rajay had a great night last night. Couple of doubles. Scored a run. Great sliding catch. Ball game over.
Joe Nathan exhales. And so does all of Tigerdom. Here's the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parts of the last 2 seasons here in Toronto for Gose. His 3rd year in the major now. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Off goes the helmet. Down he goes. 3rd strikeout now for Max. To the studio we go for a game break. Here's Justin White. All right, Justin, thanks. Here's Scherzer going to work now with 2 outs in the 3rd inning as Reyes stands in.
Let's take one more look at the strikeout pitch here that Max threw to Gose. It's a changeup, and that's something Jeff Jones said he'd have to do today against all these left-handers. That change piece would be a very valuable pitch for Max this afternoon.
Suarez on the charge. Reyes is out. Scherzer with his 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning. Let's go to the 4th in Toronto.
In the batter's box, I've noticed something in Miggy that he was doing earlier this year where he was out in front of everything, off balance on all the breaking balls, a little tardy on fastballs. This was the first road trip of the year through San Diego and also Los Angeles. And then last night, out on that front foot, not staying back. He's not getting that leverage that he desperately needs. His legs aren't underneath him. Very seldom do you see Miguel Cabrera in between the way that he has been on this entire road trip. He is 1 for 16 on the road trip. He is simply a little bit out of whack right now.
Well, they average at 305. Cabrera is 0 for 1 in this game. Hit one back to the mound his first time up. And Miggy looks at a ball inside.
With Miguel Cabrera, it's all about the timing of that little coil that he has with his front leg, where he sort of coils and he pauses and then he puts it down, which puts his body in a pretty good position. Right now he's kind of drifting toward the baseball, slowing down his bat speed. We'll show you some good Miggy after this at bat. Hopefully he gets a hit, and we'll show you what I'm talking about as far as that front leg is concerned and how balanced he'll be when he's doing better than he's done lately.
Martinez will follow, and then Torrey Hunter as we play here in the fourth. No score. Stroman now with the 1-2. And another foul back out of play. Well, Cabrera still leads the American League in doubles with 36. Home run numbers down, though, but the RBI numbers still very solid among the league leaders with 84.
He and Victor have been very good in that regard. Here's that little turn by Stroman.
You caught it. The 1-2. Ripped to third. Man, Kawasaki down to a knee. He is playing some third in this series.
Here's what we were talking about, Miggy, and that's a start. He hit that ball rather sharply down to Kawasaki, but this is Miguel when he's going good. Take a look at the balance, then take a look at the body, take a look at the lower half. Very little movement. He gets to that really nice balanced position, which allows him outstanding bat speed through the strike zone. There you go right there. That's Miggy. We haven't seen that lately.
Well, he hit the last ball hard. Almost knocked Kawasaki into next week, but he made the play. There's a ball to Victor Martinez. Victor had a base on balls back in the second. Not 0 for 1, but no official trip to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 walks in the series. Drives this one high in the air to right center field. Bautista and Ghosts, and it's Ghosts. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. We'll bring up Torrey Hunter. Marcus Stroman pitching a pretty good ball game so far for the Jays.
He hadn't broken a sweat yet.
Hunter hit into the double play after the leadoff walk to Martinez in the second. Torrey now 1 for 12 on the trip. A little bit outside, 2-0. Stroman 7-3 this year, his 14th big league start of the season. ERA of about 3.5. Big rip there by Hunter on 2-0. Now it's 2-1. Stroman's last start was not a good one at Houston. Gave up 5 runs in 7 innings, but it had been a while since he was roughed up. Little chopper back to the mound. That'll be an easy play. And it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Marcus Stroman. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth in Toronto. No score. submitting your photo using hashtag Detroit Fan Photo for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast. It's brought to you by AT&T. Detroit Fan Photo is your hashtag. And we'll have our fan photo later in the game. Here come the Jays now. It's Cabrera, Bautista, Navarro, 2, 3, and 4, facing Max Scherzer, who has been really good today. In fact, Max has retired 7 straight. Melky Cabrera struck out in the first, batting .313. Ball inside, 1-1. Cabrera a couple of years ago was hit with that 50-game suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. He was with San Francisco at the time. That was 2012. When we get back out of play,
he probably should have made the All-Star team this year, and probably didn't because of what happened a couple of years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There probably was some lingering resentment about that. 1-2 to count. There's a bouncer right side of the infield. It's going to get through. Cabrera goes skidding on his belly to the right side, and Melky Cabrera has a single.
Max has been able to throw fastballs right by Melky Cabrera all afternoon long. He came back with a changeup that was located at the bottom of the zone. Not a bad pitch, but the Tigers on the right side of the infield, they couldn't knock it down. Miggy nor Kinsler.
That'll bring him Jose Bautista, who is now 9 for 15 against Scherzer with a homer and 4 doubles.
Is that good?
600. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you on that. Scherzer holding the baseball, and it's a strikeout. Bautista.
Good pitch. Outstanding pitch. Slide piece at 87.
Max in the ball game has struck out 3. Bautista singled in the first inning. The 0-1. Bautista not a fan of that last call as he steps out of the box, shakes his head.
It's a good pitcher's pitch at 95 miles an hour.
Here's the 0-2. Bouncer right back up the middle. Kinsler backhanding. There's one. There's 2.
Right. Really nice job there by Ian Kinsler. Bautista not happy with the strikes that were called on him in this particular at bat. It's our Bill Tire pitch by pitch. This is the one that he had a beef with, 95 at the bottom of the zone. Then Max got him on that front foot with the really good breaking ball. We talked about the leg kick of Bautista. You have to get him off balance. Max did so, and Kinsler was able to not only glove it but finish the double play himself.
Kinsler is just such a pro around the bag at second base.
Very athletic.
3 errors this year.
Great hands. I didn't know his hands were as good as they are.
Navarro takes it inside. 1-1. So both teams now have turned to double play. Navarro flied out in his first at bat to right field. He'll pop this one up left side of the infield. Suarez says, everybody get away, and he makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. On our way to the 5th pitching duel today.
He has played defensively well. Let's take a look at his overall body of work on this particular road trip, which started Monday in New York. Tigers haven't won a lot of games, but not because of Kinsler. He has been flashing some limit, taking away hits, starting double plays, completing double plays. I mean, he's just been all over the place. I mean, he got it done Thursday with a nice play up the middle. He got this one to Suarez, but he did not need Exodus Roman. But today he did it by himself. Last half inning, really nice double play by Ian Kinsler. He's just been a joy to watch at this position.
And the Tigers getting a double play in this ball game, courtesy of Kinsler, to keep it a scoreless game. And the Tigers now trying to do something about it offensively as we go to the 5th inning.
Stroman's been good. Tigers have not been able to figure him out yet. It's the first time they've seen him as well.
1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Stroman, and he sends it outside to J.D. Martinez.
It's a cut fastball there thrown at 91 miles an hour by Stroman.
Here's the 1-0. He's gotten that call consistently today. JD with a look back at home plate umpire Adrian Johnson.
Well, by now, if you're the Tigers, you know that he is going to get that outside corner called for him. You don't really have to swing at it before 2 strikes, but with 2 strikes, you definitely have to swing at it.
Tap to third. Kawasaki waits on the hop. He gets rid of that ball quickly, regardless of the runner. 1 gone. It's 5 in a row set down by Stroman. Now Castellanos. Nick struck out in his first at bat back in the 3rd. Driven to right field on a line, but straight at Bautista, who catches it letter high. 2 quick outs.
Old-fashioned pitching duel here this afternoon.
Indeed, Scherzer has been outstanding for the Tigers and Stroman for the Jays.
The Blue Jays, the next 3 days, will see 3 former Cy Young Award winners. They've got Max today, they've got David Price tomorrow, and they've got King Felix of the Seattle Mariners on Monday.
It's a pretty good stretch right there.
And they'll see Iwakuma on Wednesday, and he's pretty good for Seattle.
Holiday likes to bunt. He showed it there and takes strike 1. David Price tomorrow for the Tigers.
Boy, his numbers in his career against the Blue Jays, have you seen him?
I have.
Outstanding. But he says he doesn't like pitching here.
Really?
That's what he's told me 2 days ago. He said, I don't like pitching here. I don't like pitching against the Toronto Blue Jays.
I wonder if it's a feel thing on the mound here in the Dome Stadium. Of course, the roof has been open the last 2 days.
Because the numbers don't back him up.
No.
We'll see a different David Price tomorrow.
Ground ball. Kawasaki again, man. He's handled literally every play. 7 in a row retired by Stroman. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, you're watching Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire. come out of last night's ball game that was not a positive was Anibal Sanchez, Rod, who had to leave in the 5th inning.
Yeah, it wasn't good. He came out, Brad Ausmus and Kevin Rand, then Sanchez threw one pitch, and I just didn't like the look on his face when he walked off the mound. Just was not a good look. He's gone back to Detroit for an MRI, so if we get any news, we'll pass it along to you before the game's over.
In the meantime, Colby Rasmus leading it off. And he foul tips to make it 1-1. It's one of the few times that Scherzer has not had a first pitch strike. 11 of 14.
You can get Rasmus to chase anything. You can go up, you can go down. He swings, and he's a free swinger, but don't make a mistake. He got lightning quick bat.
You know, you look at the numbers of Rasmus and you kind of scratch your head a little bit, because this guy we know can hit with power. He has 15 homers, but only 35 driven in this year.
Yeah, not much of a clutch hitter. Not getting it done with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Not driving in big runs.
That's popped up. Short left field. Who wants it? Suarez does. Rasmus is 0 for 2, 1 gone. Hey, by the way, the Tigers are battling the Pittsburgh Pirates this Thursday at 1:08. And the first 10,000 fans receive a free Justin Verlander mini bobblehead. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER. Or if you'd like, go online, visit tigers.com, get more information. Tigers, Pirates, I should say, Thursday at 1:08. And you got the JV bobblehead. So with 1 out, here is Francisco. Swing and a miss. Francisco packs some power in that bat. He flied to right field his first time up. 16 homers this year for Francisco. That's in there, a strike.
High strikeout numbers. He's already punched out 102 times, and he is not an everyday player. 103.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Call it the strikeout.
You almost had it too. No score pitching duel here today. Stroman and Scherzer. There it is. You were a pitch late. 2 gone. And it is 4 strikeouts now for Max. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Despite the amount of left-handers John Gibbons has ran out there against Max this afternoon, he is still overpowering. And he's overpowering because his first pitch strikes with his fastball allow him to expand the strike zone with good breaking balls, good changeup. That was a changeup to finish off Francisco.
It is really a continuation of what Max has done in his career against the Jays. You touched on the numbers earlier. 4-0 against them.
A lot of people thought Maxwell was absolutely crazy turning down that contract he was offered in spring training this year with the Tigers. But apparently Max knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, it certainly was a gamble, a calculated gamble, and so far it's worked out. He has 60 pitches now, most of them strikes. There's a ball high.
And really, for the most part, pitching as well this year as he did last year.
Yeah, and that was a year in which he won 21 games. But he's been as good. Here's the 2-1 to Kawasaki. Slap foul back out of play.
He's a guy that they said would never have a repeatable delivery. They thought he would break down because of his arm slot. But all Max has continued to do is win. This is since June 28th of 2012. 44 wins, the best in the majors.
He has just taken care of Kawasaki. Another 1-2-3 inning for Max. He's been in control as well today. Pitching has dominated this afternoon. Still no score.
Tigers are still waiting for Marcus Stroman to make a mistake in the strike zone. He's made very little. He's got that fastball 94 with late movement inside. He ties up Miggy. He also ties up Torrey Hunter. That was a double play. Breaking ball off the end of the bat by J.D. Martinez. Not many strikeouts, lots of contact, but not very hard contact. The youngster's been outstanding.
And he's back to the hill here as we go now to the top of the 6th inning. Stroman is facing Eugenio Suarez. Tiger shortstop has a walk so far in this game, and he takes a strike. 1-1 the count.
Stroman has had a couple of starts this year where he threw 115 pitches in both of those starts. And then his start after that, he only lasted 3 innings. So once he gets up to 115, he has struggled after those 2 starts. Very crooked numbers. So I guess John Gibbons is learning that he only needs to go about 100 pitches with his prized rookie.
To center field. Ghosts on the move. 1 out. Here's Rajai Davis. 2 singles for Davis, who continues to go the other way in this series. The average now is up to an even 300.
Well, Stroman's only given up 2 hits today, and both of them to the former Blue Jay.
In fact, Max has only given up 2 hits too. One ball, no strikes. 95 on the last fastball from Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, we heard his fastball will top out at 97, but we haven't seen that one yet.
Shattered bat on the charge. Goins. 2 gone. That bat is in 3 or 4 different pieces.
That bat had 4 hits in it in this series.
Stroman is 11 of 19 first pitch strikes. And he will face Ian Kinsler now with 2 outs. He's retired 9 straight.
You wonder where Stroman gets the velocity from. He stands only 5 feet 9 inches, but if you look at his legs, got some strong legs.
The base hit to left. By the way, are you buying the 5'9"?
No, I don't think so.
I'm thinking maybe 5'6", 5'7". Listed at 5'9". But boy, those legs, they really are important, aren't they?
Just big and strong thighs.
So the Tigers have just their 3rd hit. It keeps the inning going now for Miguel Cabrera. A couple of ground balls for Miggy. He is 0 for 2. Ball 1. Stroman, when he got to Duke, was originally a shortstop. He was recruited as a shortstop at Duke. They got him on campus. They saw his arm strength and thought, we got to make this guy a pitcher. And then he went on to dominate at Duke. 290 strikeouts in his career there in 220 innings.
Whoa.
That is pretty good. Two balls, no strikes.
Well, we'll see if Stroman decides to challenge Miguel Cabrera with a 2-0 fastball right here. Even though he throws 95 miles an hour, that's not a velocity that presents a problem for Miguel when he is right. Nope, no fastball.
Negative. Swing and a miss.
Great choice. 90-mile-per-hour changeup. How about that?
Who throws a changeup at 90?
Not many guys.
Stroman, apparently. Here's the 2-1. get back out of play.
Now he comes back with the 95-mile-per-hour fastball after the changeup, and Miggy just a hair late.
Victor on deck. Tigers get a 2-out single here from Kinsler, stopping the string of 9 straight that Stroman had retired. Navarro putting down the signs. And the 2-2. High, 3-2 the count. So if Miggy finds a gap here, he's going to knock in a run, because with a 3-2 count, Kinsler is on the move.
Probably going to go something off speed here. A nasty curveball.
Walked him. 2 out base on balls for Cabrera. That'll put 2 men on now for Martinez. That is the 3rd walk of the game for Stroman. And we'll see if the Tigers now can make him pay. Victor has one of the other walks. He's hitting .301 this year with runners in scoring position. Neither team has been able to score to this point. This clearly is the Tigers' best scoring chance, but it comes with 2 outs. And it's in there, a strike. Martinez 0 for 4 in the series. Couple of base on balls. Kinsler and Cabrera aboard here in the 6th inning. One ball, 1 strike. Stroman now at 73 pitches. There's Kinsler. And there's Cabrera. Stroman had back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings coming into this frame and retired the first 2 batters he saw. Now he's in a little bit of hot water. Slice toward left field. That ball is going to get down and drop and go to the corner. 1 run is in. Cabrera coming to 3rd. Dave Clark says go home. And the throw to the plate, not in time. 2 out, 2-base hit for Victor Martinez. What a clutch knock the other way.
Beautiful piece of hitting here by Victor Martinez. 2-seam fastball tailing away from him. Victor went with it very nicely, and there's nothing wrong with Miguel Cabrera. Look at him run around the bases. I mean, Miggy got to 3rd, and he still had enough. Dave Clark sent him home. He got there with a slide, but Miggy running well.
A 2-out rally for the Tigers. Cabrera and Kinsler score. And that's 68 RBIs now for Martinez. There's a strike called on Torrey Hunter. Well, you might as well get Victor in now. Tigers finally scoring this game. A game dominated by both starters. Here's the 0-1. Hunter shoots one, little pop-up, shallow right field. Diving play there by Bautista.
Little snow cone action.
Tigers score first, though. They get 2 on the double by Victor. CN Tower right now. Are you getting dizzy? 2-0 is our score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Max with a lead to work with now. After a 1-2-3 5th inning, Scherzer has fanned 5. He's got Ryan Goins to lead things off here. Missed it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Goins, then Ghosts, and then Reyes.
Big inning for Max. And you've got to put another goose egg up on the board. Tigers have the momentum in their favor after taking the lead in the top half of the 6th.
He has allowed just 2 hits this afternoon, both singles.
He's been dominant again here today.
1 by Cabrera and 1 by Bautista. Here's the 1-2. Did he go? Yep. Didn't need any help there. Adrian Johnson made the call himself. 3 straight strikeouts for Max. That's his 6th for the ball game.
That is probably the fastest fastball he's thrown today, too, at 96. And it wasn't a straight fastball. That 96-mile-per-hour heater had some tilt to it.
Here's Anthony Gose. Strike call.
Here is our Xfinity high-speed pitch on Max Scherzer so far this afternoon. I think he just threw that pitch at 96 to get the strikeout of Goins.
Ghost also struck out his first time up. Now the 0-1. Scherzer about to throw his 70th pitch, so his pitch count in really good shape here today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. 2-1 on number 9 hitter Ghost.
That is the one thing the Tigers rotation has done very well the last couple of weeks, with the exception of Anibal Sanchez yesterday. Now, they're giving Brad Ausmus 7 innings a night.
Ghost that time chased. 2-2.
Hard not to chase when a guy's throwing 96 miles an hour and you see fastball come out of his hand. You have to cheat a little bit, and every now and then you're going to leave the strike zone as a hitter.
Laid off that one. Full count now, 3-2. I would expect there's a good chance tomorrow that Mr. Price is going to go at least 7 or 8 or 9. It's what he does
every time out.
Now Max with the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Ghost is out of there.
Look out, Maxwell.
2 gone. Time for a game break now. To the studio we go. Justin White. All right, Justin, thanks. That's a really good pitching matchup. You see the Royals at 61 and 53.
Well, maybe a little Timmy can shut down the red-hot Kansas City Royals. And Billy Butler. Did you see Billy Butler, the first 100 games of this year, had 3 homers. In his last 13 games, he's got 4 homers for the Royals.
Well, everybody was thinking, man, what's going on with Billy Butler? How come his numbers have dropped off so severely? He's never really been a big home run guy. I mean, not like a 30 homer guy.
Only the one year where he made the All-Star team. Hit better than 20 that year.
But he's turned it on now at the right time for the Royals.
It's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Jose Reyes trying to get something going here with 2 outs. And he slaps one on the ground, foul. Tigers got their rally going in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Single by Kinsler. Cabrera walked, and then Martinez doubled in 2. Melky Cabrera waiting on deck for the Jays. 2-0 Detroit. Scherzer now taking a long walk around the mound.
Brian Holiday and Scherzer work very well together.
Yeah, they really do.
Brian Holiday caught Max's first complete game shutout earlier this year in Chicago.
Holiday really gives Brad Ausmus a solid option on days in which he wants to rest Avila.
Max not shaking him off at all.
Right back up the middle into center field. 2-out single for Jose Reyes.
Max had been going with the changeup primarily today against the left-handers, and it's been a legitimate swing and miss for him this afternoon. But here he throws a breaking ball that stays up long enough with 2 strikes. Reyes, not trying to be too aggressive, laces it right back through the center of the diamond. Now if you're Max, you know that Reyes is more than likely going to run, but you cannot give him too much of your attention. Not with Melky Cabrera in the batter's box. When you decide to throw the ball home, you need to be 100% concentrating on Melky.
Single and a strikeout for Cabrera. Ball 1. Reyes 21 steals. He's been caught once. As you look at the breakdown on Max now, a total of 80.
Talked about the top of this lineup earlier today in the pregame, showing how it was vital for Max to shut down Reyes, Melky, and Bautista. Max has only given up 3 hits today, but all singles, 1 apiece to all 3 guys that I just mentioned.
Fly ball, left center field. Rajay on the run, still going back. It's going to bounce up against the wall. Reyes coming around third. He will come in to score, and Melky Cabrera with a 2-out, 2-base hit to make it 2-1.
They're dangerous. Their top 3 are awfully dangerous. 30th double of the season by Melky Cabrera. Looked like he got a fastball that was tailing away from him, and Rajay Davis pulled up on it, couldn't get there. Hits the base of the wall, bounces up, and Reyes was going to score easily. Now what do you do with Bautista, who has clearly had Max's number in his career?
61st RBI for Cabrera to make it 2-1. Tying run now in scoring position for Bautista. Went after the first pitch and fouled it back out of play. Scherzer reaching back for 96.
Brian Holiday is going to go out and talk to Max. I believe that he believes that Melky Cabrera on that first fastball thrown to Bautista was telling Bautista what was coming.
Each ball club now with 4 hits. Each team scoring with 2 outs in the 6th. In there for a strike, and now quickly 0-2 on Bautista.
Bautista was looking for something off speed. You can't guess anymore, though, not with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Oh, beautiful pitch.
Carved him up right there. Jays will settle for 1 run. They lead the tying run in scoring position. Max Scherzer gets through the 6th, allowing just 1 run. Line is brought to you by the new Chevy Silverado light duty and heavy duty lineup, and by the Angry Orchard hard cider. Branch out. All right, I can't watch this anymore. I'm scared of heights. We're going down the CN Tower here in Toronto. As we go to the top of the 7th, it is 2-1. Have you ever been up there?
And I'm not going.
No, you've never been?
Never going.
No, you're never going either?
Nope.
It's right outside of Rogers Center here. We passed it every day on the way to the ballpark. No takers in this booth. Here come the Tigers in the 7th. J.D. Martinez leads it off.
J.D. has been scuffling just a little bit with his timing as well. That front shoulder, he's been pulling off the ball. Therefore, he's grounded out to the left side of the infield quite frequently on this current road trip. Lots of ground balls to shortstop, lots of ground balls to third base. He's done it twice already here today.
Marcus Stroman going back out there for his 7th inning of work.
As a hitter, when you're going through those stretches where you're pulling off the ball, you have to make a conscious effort of telling yourself, and don't be afraid to get jammed.
1-2. So he's now 1-for-6 in the series, but his double led things off in the 9th inning, which led to the winning rally last night. Tigers got 2 in the 6th, and the Jays answer with 1. Outside again. 2-2 on J.D. Martinez. Castellanos on deck. Here's the 2-2. And he got him. Strike 3. Well, J.D. now is going to beef with Adrian Johnson.
Clearly the biggest at-bat of the game just occurred. Max Scherzer against Jose Bautista. First pitch fastball that he misses. Then he's guessing breaking ball, throws a fastball right down the middle. Then he comes back with a really slow breaking ball. It's our Call Sam call of the game.
And that preserved a 2-1 lead. Broken bat, soft liner caught on a mini leap by Goins. Two up, 2 down. Stroman gave up the 2-out double to Martinez in the 6th inning, the only blemish on his start today.
And really, he'll be thinking after this game, if the score holds up, why did I even give Victor Martinez anything to hit? I had a base open. It wasn't first base that was open, but he had third base open.
Here's Holiday. And he foul tips it into the glove.
When you go up against the Tigers, and you really can't do it every night, but whenever you don't have to pitch to Miguel and Victor, you shouldn't.
That'll get down the right field line, but foul. Cabrera had that walk after the Kinsler single, which set up the 2-run double.
Huge walk. Huge walk. Can't underestimate when Miguel's struggling a little bit to fight through and to get a walk against a very difficult pitcher he's never seen before.
Bouncing ball left side. Kawasaki cuts it off. And Stroman has himself a 1-2-3-7. Coming up, the Health Plus 7th inning stretch. The bottom of the 7th, Victor Martinez, the biggest hit of the game right now, a 2-run double in the 6th. It's been a great series for Rajai Davis. And Max Scherzer, well, he's done his part. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts.
No base on balls today for Max.
Deanna Navarro leads it off, and it's in for strike 1.
He's done a ton of that today as well. First pitch strikes, which really bodes well for Scherzer. Allows him to get to the changeup, the slider, or the curveball, expand the strike zone.
16 of 22 first pitch strikes. Scherzer trying to get to double digits in the strikeout column again. He's done it 4 times this year. He's 2 away. Foul back 1-2.
As a hitter, once he gets 2 strikes against you, you really have no idea what the next pitch is going to be, because he has 4 pitches that are above average by major league standards, and he can go to either of the 4 right here.
Fly ball left field. JD is coming under it toward the line. 1 out. Which brings up Colby Rasmus. Scherzer took a loss in his last start. Admitted that he wasn't very sharp early on in the game against the Yankees, but in the end would end up going 7 innings, 2 runs. That's an off night for Max Scherzer.
A great catch by Ezekiel Carrera. And it was made in that start that Max made.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, that certainly would have changed the outlook of that game. It was early on. Bases loaded. Rasmus, a pop up and a strikeout.
He's been doing a lot of swinging and missing in the series, Rasmus.
He looked at that one for strike 2. Rasmus waiting on an 0-2 offering. Here it is. And he rolls it foul. We're talking about how Rasmus really has not performed well in the clutch this year. Just 172 with men in scoring position. That's why he has just 35 RBIs and 15 homers this year. And the 0-2 missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rasmus originally was the first-round pick of the St. Louis Cardinals. Fouled off.
He and Tony La Russa. Tony obviously was managing the Cardinals while Rasmus was there. They butted heads quite often. And eventually, they just traded him to the Blue Jays.
Columbus, Georgia, the hometown of Colby Rasmus. He was a first-round pick in 05.
He's got a lot of physical skills. Can run, can throw, he's got power. But it hasn't come together for him yet as a big leaguer.
Ground ball, that is a fair ball. And fielding there is Cabrera for the out. 2 away. It'll bring up Juan Francisco.
You got to keep Francisco in the ballpark. He's got a lot of power. You can't make a mistake to him. Not in a 1-run game, not in the 7th inning. If you make your pitches to Francisco, you can get yourself out of this jam. Well, not jam, but get yourself out of the inning. But he had 16 home runs in limited playing time.
And they will play the shift against him defensively as Castellanos moves over to short right field. And a strike call.
They'll get me over curveball.
Swing and a foul tip.
Max has thrown so many off-speed pitches for strikes today that when the Blue Jays do get a fastball to hit, they're all late on it.
Outside. 1-2 on Francisco. Fly out strikeout in this game. He's now 0 for his last 13. Signed as a free agent in the month of April. And Max with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He dusted him at 95 miles an hour. 9 strikeouts for Scherzer. 7 in the books here at Rogers Center. Eugenio Suarez, one of last night's heroes. He'll lead things off in the 8th. DT fan photo of the game today. We invite you to tweet your photo to hashtag Detroit fan photo for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast brought to you by AT&T. It's a great weekend for Tigers fans to make the trip from the Motor City.
It's a great crowd this afternoon as well.
It is the 9th sellout of the year for the Toronto Blue Jays. More than 45,000.
You do know what tomorrow is here in Canada. It's baseball day in Canada tomorrow.
Really?
Everybody will have red on tomorrow.
Okay. We'll look forward to that. Suarez leading things off.
So don't wear a red tie. Look like you're rooting for the Blue Jays.
Well, now that depends on what's in my closet. I can't guarantee. 0-1 the count. Stroman's still out there. There's the strike call.
Question for you, though. Do you ever, when we go to places that have certain colors, do you stay away from that as far as your tie is concerned?
I try to remember not to do that. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. There's the ball high. Earlier this year, actually it was earlier last year, Rex Hudler, who's the analyst for the Royals, wore an orange and blue tie when the Royals came to town, and then realized those are Tigers colors. So he just gave me the tie, and I took it. There's the ball high. How about you? Do you plan that?
I think about it.
Do you really?
I think about it. I do. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we go to Kansas City. I put no royal blue in my wardrobe.
Well, if it happens, it happens. Here's the 2-2. Low and away. 3-2 on Suarez. Eugenio had a walk back in the 3rd.
Stroman's walked 3 today. That's really the only blemish in his afternoon. I mean, his stuff is supreme.
Bouncing ball 3rd base side for Kawasaki.
Here's our Jimmy John's freaky fast delivery of the game. Rajai Davis spent 3 years here in the Toronto Blue Jays uniform. Last night he had a couple of doubles the opposite way. Although the second one he really had to hustle for. Bautista made an outstanding throw to second base. And today, a couple of singles the other way against Stroman, who has been tremendous. He got to second base on an air. Rajai's just been money in the series.
So Davis stands in. don't hit it to third because Kawasaki's making every play. He's had 7 assists.
Yeah, he's busy down there today.
Davis 2 singles and a ground out. And he looks at a strike. 1-1. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Tigers. A run on 4 hits for the Jays. We're in the 8th. Game 2 in this 3-game set. Fouled off.
You may remember in that Yankee series, the Tigers grounded out a lot to the left side of the infield against all the hard fastballs that McCarthy was throwing inside. Kuroda was throwing inside. Changeups by Capuano. The kid Green was good. Last couple of days here, they've done the same thing. They have all been pulling off with that right shoulder prematurely, with the exception of Rajai Davis.
And he foul tips that one into the glove for strike 3.
Stroman starting to stroll around that mound a little bit. We heard that on occasion he will get cocky. Take a look at him. This look will be a little better.
Ooh. Wow. Okay.
Got something for you.
Here's Kinsler. Let's see how we do here. Driven to center field. That is going to sink and going to be caught on the run by Ghost.
Told you Ghost is a great defender.
3 up, 3 down for the Tigers here in the 8th. A 1-2-3 inning. Anthony Ghost fly into the gap in right center to haul that one in. To a 1-run lead, Max Scherzer goes back to the hill, and Kawasaki leads it off for the Blue Jays. He takes strike 1. Munenori, Kawasaki, Ryan Goins, Anthony Ghost, the 7-8-9. Kawasaki in the game, 0 for 2, and he lost one in the air to shallow center. Davis comes sliding on to make the catch.
Second really nice catch Rajai has made in the series. It's a really good jump on this sinking line drive off the crack of the bat. Needed to slide to make another nice grab.
Max very appreciative of the defense out in center.
Yeah, keep that leadoff hitter off the bases.
Goins will not bat. Valencia will bat in his spot, pinch hitting. Strike 1.
Valencia's got a little bit more pop in his bat than Goins does, and he is simply looking for him to possibly run into one. And you add in the fact that Valencia will play tomorrow against David Price as well.
Well, it's 0-2 on the pinch hitter Valencia. And Max trying to make quick work of it. Here's the 0-2. He does. Swing and a miss. See you later.
Thanks for coming.
We'll get him all ready for tomorrow's game, I suppose.
Max is looking like he wants to finish this one today by himself.
Well, it appears that way. That is his 10th strikeout.
And usually as a manager, when you watch a guy that's gotten up over 100 pitches, regardless of whether he's one of the aces of your staff or not, you want to see how stressful the pitches have been today. Very few pitches that Max has thrown today have been stressful pitches. He hasn't had a lot of stressful innings today.
Here's another guy they hope can run into one. Reimold is pinch hitting for Anthony Ghost, who doesn't have any power, and there's strike one.
He'll also get that start tomorrow against David Price, and David Price said both Reimold and Valencia have good numbers against him.
That was an awkward swing. 0-2.
They thought that he was going to be the left fielder in Baltimore for the next decade when he first came up.
And with good reason. His numbers were good early in his career. Wow, Scherzer, how about that?
Max, stop it, Max.
Oh, he's blowing up as he walks off the mound.
Stop it, Max.
Scherzer with a strikeout of Valencia and Reimold. 11 punch-outs for Max.
Take that, Stroman.
There is the breakdown of today's starters. Scherzer and Stroman, man, they have gone pretty much pitch for pitch. Although Max has many more strikeouts, 11 for the game. Danny Valencia stays in the game. He'll play third base. Got some changes for the Jays, and Kawasaki moves from second to third, or vice versa, third to second. The new center fielder now is Bautista, who moves over from right. And Reimold stays in the game to play right field. Miguel Cabrera leads it off as we go to the ninth. 2-1 Detroit. Miggy in the ballgame. Big walk in his last at bat, setting up the 2-run double by Victor Martinez. Fouled away 0-2. You think Derek Jeter thought when he was drafted in the first round by the Yankees that one day we'd be saying he just passed Honus Wagner?
No.
Unbelievable.
Not at all.
The 0-2 got him. Strike three. Cabrera's going to beat now. He did not like that at all. Adrian Johnson and Miggy with a few parting shots. 4 strikeouts for Stroman. Brad Ausmus comes out to get his slugger.
Check out Stroman, though. Skip this time.
Wow. Here's Martinez. Which brings a question up. And I want your opinion on this. When you see something like that, nothing seems to happen. There's no big deal. But when a guy looks at a home run for a couple of extra seconds, next time up he might get hit.
Yeah, they do take offense to that. Or either they'll hit the next batter, one of the two.
Right.
But he's got a lot of veterans on his team. I think Mark Burley, who is a top-notch pro, at some point in time, if Stroman continues to show the kind of antics that he shows on the mound when getting a strikeout or making a big pitch, he might want to temper him down just a little bit. I mean, you want to be yourself and you want to have your own personality, but you don't want to go overboard. This is his first year in the movies.
Yeah, and he does have terrific success and terrific talent. And you certainly can't, I don't think, bridle enthusiasm on the field.
It's probably part of what makes him good is the fact that he has that kind of confidence, swagger.
Victor waiting on a 3-0.
Cocky. Use whatever words you want to use.
Strike call, 3-1. Stroman got him 1-2-3 in the 7th, the 8th, and now facing the Tigers here in the 9th. 2-1 ball game.
He's never thrown a complete game at this level.
Another strike, 3-2.
Trying to accomplish that here today. He was throwing 93, 94 in the first inning, and even though he's not the tallest, doesn't have the biggest frame, able to maintain that velocity here in the 9th.
This will be just his 105th pitch of the day. Bouncing ball right side. Kawasaki will throw him out. Victor is gone, 2 away. So Stroman now is 1 out away from pitching 9 innings. Hey, RBI Baseball is back with all 30 MLB teams and 2014 players. Get the retro 2-button style baseball game that you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details. Download today. Here's Torrey Hunter. Ball 1. A sellout crowd here today at Rogers Center has been treated to a spectacular pitching effort on both ends. Stroman and Scherzer. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count.
Max, if he does go back out there for the bottom half of the 9th inning, he's going to have to go through the top of their order.
Did not go, says Adrian Johnson. Here's the 2-1. Bouncing ball to short. Reyes has it there, and the Tigers go 1-2-3 in the 9th.
Outstanding pitching performance by Marcus Stroman.
Last chance for the Jays coming up. 2-1 Detroit.
Immediately following the game for Tigers Live, Justin White and Craig Monroe putting in work this Saturday afternoon inside the Coliseum studios. Mario Pemba and Ron Allen will have analyzed this one up in the booth after, give you a look ahead to tomorrow's series finale. I'll be inside the clubhouse getting post-game reaction, but right now Joe Nathan's got the top of the Jays order here in the bottom of the ninth. Let's see what happens. Mario, Ron, take it over, boys.
All right, Trev, thanks very much for the crowd getting into it now. Joe Nathan and a wall side windows pitching change.
26 pitches thrown last night for Joe Nathan. It was a pretty stressful save that he was able to get, but he's back out there for the bottom half of the ninth inning here this afternoon.
He has Reyes, he has Cabrera, he has Bautista, 1, 2, and 3 in the Toronto lineup.
Must keep Reyes off the base paths.
Reyes showing bunt, takes strike one. And the bottom of the ninth is underway. 2-1 Detroit. The Tigers have some defensive changes as they did last night. Kelly is the new third baseman. Carrera's in center. Davis has moved to left. Driven in the air to right field. Hunter coming in toward the line and out of room. So Max Scherzer goes 8 in this game, gives way to Nathan in the 9th. Scherzer was 21 of 27 in first pitch strikes in this game. And he threw 106 pitches.
And regardless of what happens this afternoon, Brad Ausmus will be asked the question, why no Scherzer here in the bottom half of the ninth inning?
Nathan preparing his 0-2. Didn't go. Mike Everett saying he held up.
And the answer to that will probably be for Brad, I've got a closer. It's Joe Nathan. It's a save situation. I'm going to go to him.
Scherzer in his last start 115 pitches, which was the second most he had thrown in a game this year. Grounded foul down the first base line. Nathan came on in the 9th inning last night, a single, a walk, and a walk that loaded the bases. Then he got Tolley to fly out in foul ground, and that sliding catch by Davis. Only 4 hits for both teams today. Here's the 1-2. Reyes staying alive.
If you are the Toronto Blue Jays, and this is no disrespect to Joe Nathan, you are elated at the fact that Max Scherzer is no longer in the game. He was simply dominant against their hitters all afternoon long.
Especially the way he looked in the 8th inning, blowing away Valencia and Reimold, the pinch hitters. He finished with 11 strikeouts. Ground ball. That's going to be a base hit in the left. Reyes has started off the 9th with a single, and the tying run is on.
He is 21 of 22 in steals this year, so more than likely Jose Reyes will not stay put at first base very long. Fastball up around the letters of Reyes, got on top of it and hit it through the left side of the infield.
His second hit this afternoon. Here are the numbers on Reyes. That's going to bring up Melky Cabrera. It was the 5th hit of the day for the Jays.
Melky Cabrera has grounded into 18 double plays this year. Boy, a ground ball here would be lovely.
Ball 1. And a good day for Cabrera. A single, a double, an RBI. He knocked one in with a 2-bagger in the 6th. And to this point, the only run for the Jays. Tigers turned a double play back in the 4th, started by Kinsler. Low. 2-0 the count on Cabrera. Tigers 2 runs, 4 hits. Jays 1 run, 5 hits. Stroman and Scherzer were fabulous today. Now it's up to Nathan to nail it shut. Reyes is getting a huge lead.
He does. I mean, for those of you at home that are watching the game on this surface, this field turf, this is a huge lead. Anytime the hitter gets that right foot out on the carpet, it's a huge lead.
There he goes. Holiday's throw, not in time. Suarez saying I tagged his foot.
We'll see.
And we'll see if the Tigers now are going to challenge this play. Right now it's a steal. And Holiday's walking out to the mound to buy some time here while they look at the replay.
Well, you might as well challenge it this late in the game. What do you have to lose? And judging by that look, it'll be tough to overturn.
Yeah, he may have tagged it, but the question is, did he get him before he hit the bag? Here comes Brad.
Got nothing to lose.
No, I mean, you may get this thing overturned. Have to take a look at it. It's the 9th inning. There's Jeff Jones on the phone with Matt Martin, the defensive coordinator for the Tigers, and now they will take a look at it, so it's going to be challenged. And we'll see if the Tigers now can get this erased. A Tigers challenge on the stolen base by Reyes. If it stands, that would make him 22 out of 23 this year. And the crowd reacting to what they see on the board. So is Reyes. He feels he was safe. See the shortstop Suarez immediately signaled to Brad that he needed to challenge this play after he made that swipe tag. He felt that he certainly made contact. The question is, did he get him before he touched the bag?
Well, he knows he tagged him.
Yeah, exactly.
But he doesn't know whether the hand was on the bag or not of Jose.
Yeah, he couldn't see that. Call right now on the field is safe at second base and a stolen base. Probably our best look right there. And unfortunately, the dirt is making it difficult to see when exactly Reyes touched the bag. Here's our decision. Safe. So the tying run now is at second base. Here comes Brad Ausmus walking out to the mound. 2 minutes 9 seconds on that review. Reyes now 22 out of 23.
We told you that Joe Nathan threw 26 pitches in yesterday's game and needed that really good catch. And by Rajai Davis with the bases loaded to preserve the win for Detroit.
Meanwhile, the count is 2-1 on Melky Cabrera.
Jose Reyes has the ability to steal third, although I doubt if he will try to steal third with the left-handed Melky Cabrera standing in the batter's box. But Suarez's job is to keep him close.
now Nathan has gone 3-1. Tigers lead 2-1. We're in the 9th inning. Leadoff single by Reyes. He has stolen second base. The 3-1. Cabrera had a rip and fouled it straight back. Full count now. A couple of RBIs in the series for Cabrera. He's trying to drive in another one here to tie it up. Jose Bautista waiting on deck. Here's the 3-2. That one scattered foul, back out of play. Cabrera's not getting 61 this year. He has been a hitting machine for Toronto. His 44th multi-hit game of the year coming today.
The only player in the American League that has more hits than Melky Cabrera is Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros.
Driven in the air to right field. Hunter going back. He'll have room in front of the track. Reyes will tag up, and he will scoot to third. So Cabrera moves the tying run to third base.
The best chance for the Tigers to get out of this inning might not be to pull the infield in, but to walk Bautista and play for a double play off the bat of the left-handed Navarro. Don't know if they'll do it, but it may be their best chance of getting out of this in the 9th.
Well, I'm with you on that. And as you look at the numbers for Bautista career, they're really good. They're deciding to pull the infield in. I think a lot of managers really have trouble psychologically putting that winning run on base. And they are going to put him on. So they will walk him.
I love it. I have no problem with it whatsoever.
Now you cannot really, especially when you saw the numbers that Bautista had against Nathan. So Bautista will not bat. He is the winning run at first base, but now it gives you a shot to get a ground ball and go back to the hotel. There's ball 3 missing outside to Bautista.
But if you're Nathan, once Bautista gets on first base, you have to pay some attention to him. You can't let him steal second base. You have to keep the double play in order.
The intentional walk will put runners at first and third with 1 out. And now here is Deoner Navarro.
26 pitches yesterday for Nathan, already 17 here in the bottom half of the 9th.
274 for Navarro. He's put the ball in the air 3 times in this game.
It's the 9th intentional base on balls that Bautista has been given this year.
Infield looking for the double play ball up the middle. Two on, 1 out. 2-1 game. Tigers have the lead. Ball 1 to Navarro.
In this situation where you know the base runner at third, Reyes, is going on anything on the ground, if the ball's not hit hard enough and you're Kelly and Miggy on the corners of the infield for the Tigers, you have to go home to get the out there. If it's hit hard enough for a double play, you do that. But if it's not hit hard, you have to go home because Reyes is going on contact.
And the 1-0 strike call.
Little swing back fastball there at 91. Navarro thought it was inside, but it looked like a good pitch and a good call by Adrian Johnson, the home plate umpire.
Here's the 1-1. Ooh, a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nathan trying to catch the outside corner, could not do it. Max Scherzer went 8. Spectacular innings in this game, giving up just 1 run. Nathan in the 9th gave up a single to Reyes. He stole second. Fly ball moved him to third. Intentional walk to Bautista. And the 2-1. High, 3-1, and 1 more bad one, and you push the winning run to second. Navarro settles back into the box. Holiday wants a fastball. Ground ball, base hit right field. This game is tied. It's an RBI single by Deanna Navarro, and Bautista, the winning run, goes to second.
Tigers will have to get someone up in their bullpen now. Miguel Cabrera holding Jose Bautista on at first base. Therefore, even with a dive, he was not able to knock it down. And Max Scherzer will get a no decision today in what was just a spectacular performance.
An 11 strikeout performance by Max Scherzer.
106 pitches thrown by Max.
Now Colby Rasmus. 2-2 game. Tigers now trying to get this to the 10th. Rasmus fouls it off 0-1. Six hits in the game now for the Blue Jays. 2 of them here in the 9th inning. Meanwhile, Marcus Stroman has been taken off the hook. Spectacular effort by the rookie today as well.
And he might just sneak out of here with a W today.
Here's the 0-1. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-2 on Rasmus. Now he's in the hole. Jose Bautista, the winning run, standing at second. And the 0-2. It gets away from Holiday. Bautista coming to third. He'll stop there. And now second and third. And your double play taken out of order. Winning run just 90 feet away.
It's a breaking ball down that Brian Holiday does everything right on. He gets over in front of it, but somehow the ball trickles right off the glove, and it falls far enough for him toward the Tiger dugout to allow both runners to advance.
Now the Tigers have to pull the infield in as Joaquin Storia begins to warm up. 25 pitch inning for Joe Nathan after throwing 26 last night. And it's 1-2 on Colby Rasmus. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Colby Rasmus has been chasing breaking balls down all series long, but if you do throw that pitch, and if you're Brian Holiday, if you call for it, you know you've got to get down and block it. But that would get you a swing and miss. The breaking ball down, the fastball up, there's going to be some kind of contact.
Now time is called. The Tigers had Torrey Hunter come running in from right field. Torrey was almost to the infield when the Tigers called time. The outfield extremely shallow right now, so anything in the air would end this game. It was deep enough, and it wouldn't have to be hit too deeply. Infield in, outfield in. Low, and now the count goes 3-2.
I'd go right back down there again. Same pitch.
There are some managers that would actually bring an outfielder in and play 5 on the infield. And Mike Scioscia does that a lot, but the Tigers are just playing very shallow in the outfield. Bautista the winning run at third.
I think if Rasmus was one of those guys that made more contact, Brad Ausmus would consider that, but he strikes out so frequently.
Here's the 3-2. And he walked him. The bases are loaded. Here is Juan Francisco. And here comes Brad Ausmus to make a change. Joe Nathan will not survive the 9th inning. He's going to want Joakim Soria here. So Soria making his way in from the bullpen. Joe Nathan throws 28 pitches. He will leave with the bases loaded in a 2-2 game. Wallside windows pitching change. We'll be back. Joakim Soria comes in now with the bases loaded, game on the line. 2-2 is our score, only 1 out. Soria takes over for Joe Nathan, who threw 28 pitches and leaves with the bases loaded in a tie game.
Soria's only walked 6 batters this year in 40 games, so if you're Francisco, you know he's going to be around the plate.
Francisco is 0 for 3. An RBI single by Navarro has tied the game. Now the Jays trying to win it. Your winning run standing at third is Bautista. Tigers shallow in the outfield, in a couple of steps in the infield, and he popped him up. Oh, this is going to be huge. Suarez, 2 gone.
What a pitch by Soria. He knew Francisco would be up there looking for the first pitch fastball. So he threw him an off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour and had him fooled out on that front foot to get a crucial out.
Now that'll afford the Tigers an opportunity to relax a little bit defensively. They'll push back up the middle. What a gargantuan out. 2 gone, bases stay loaded. Here is Kawasaki. Strike 1 on Kawasaki. 2-2 game in the 9th. Kawasaki with the bases loaded. Career is .556. 0 for 3 in this game today. Now Kawasaki steps out. They were teammates last year in Texas, Soria and Nathan. Soria trying to pick up Nathan here in the 9th. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Munenori Kawasaki. Two runs, 6 hits for Toronto. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Tigers. Outside. 2-1 the count on Kawasaki. Soria walks behind the mound to regroup. Bautista, the winning run at third base. This all started with a single and a steal by Jose Reyes. Intentional walk, RBI hit, and another walk. Ground ball right side. That'll get him out of the inning, and it'll stay tied at 2. So the Tigers, while losing the lead, still live for another inning. We'll go to the 10th, 2-2. Beef jerky all season long. Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. Back here at Rogers Center, bonus baseball today as we go to the 10th, and we are happy at least that we are doing so based on what was facing the Tigers. 2-2 is our score. It looked like the Jays were going to win this thing in the bottom of the 9th, and now Aaron Loop has come on for the Jays.
Aaron Loop's having a pretty good year. The ERA just a shade over 3. He's pitched 51 in the 3rd innings so far this year. 44 strikeouts, 26 base on balls for the left-hander.
So here come the Tigers now in the 10th inning. Ezekiel Carrera will lead things off. Lone save for Joe Nathan, but Joaquim Soria comes on and gets 2 huge outs with the bases loaded.
Not only will Carrera bunt down toward the third base line where Valencia is playing, he'll also take the ball the other way. He'll bunt down that first baseline. If he does so, he might have an opportunity to beat Francisco back to the bag.
And Carrera looks at a ball outside. 1-1 the count on Ezekiel.
He laid down a beautiful bunt in New York and right down the first baseline did Carrera.
Two and one. So both starters certainly deserve to win today. Max Scherzer had a 2-1 lead going to the 9th, but Nathan gave up a run. Now it's 2-2 to the 10th. And Stroman taken off a hook. That slapped foul back out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Carrera. Don Kelly waiting on deck. Lifted back out of play.
Loop has been awfully good this year against left-handers, and because of the defensive replacements, and Martinez coming out of the game, Castellanos also coming out of the contest, the first 2 hitters that he sees are both left-handers.
It's gone full now, 3-2 on Carrera. And he walked him. Leadoff man is on. That's a good start. Let's see what Kelly's up there to do.
Well, judging by the numbers that Loop has against left-handed batters, Don Kelly's up there sacrificing Carrera in the scoring position.
Kelly's first at bat of the game came on defensively in the 9th inning as well. Valencia in tight at third base, expecting bunts.
If you're Kelly, you got to bunt the ball down toward first base where Francisco stands. He's got a responsibility down at first base. Therefore, that's who you want to field the ball.
Bunted the other way instead. They'll still get the out at first base. Carrera goes to second. Sacrifice works. Go-ahead run now at second base.
43 steals for Carrera down in the minor leagues. He was leading the International League in stolen bases at the time that he was called up. But does he have the Rajai Davis type of fearlessness in him to steal third in this situation?
What do they say? If you do, you better make it.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to him attempting to do so.
Holiday the batter.
If he gets a good enough secondary lead and a good jump.
And Brian watches it sail outside. 1-0. Holiday today is 0 for 3. All 3 ground balls. Dustin McGowan is warming up in the Toronto bullpen. 2 runs, 6 hits for Toronto. The Tigers 2 runs, 4 hits. Carrera led it off for the walk, was sacrificed to second by Kelly. Now it's 2-0. Holiday pops one up. Shallow right field. That ball is going to be caught on the run by Reimold. And the runner holds at second. Two down now. Here is Eugenio Suarez. Well, Suarez put the Tigers ahead last night. See if he can do it again here today. A couple of ground balls, otherwise a base on balls. He's hitting .333 this year with runners in scoring position. Ball one. Jays will have Valencia, Reimold, and Reyes 8-9-1 due up when we get to the bottom of this inning. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez. Same two teams wrap it up tomorrow. Another terrific pitching matchup. You've got Burley and Price, and then the Tigers head to Pittsburgh. Here's the 1-1. There he goes. No throw down to third base, and Carrera dives in safely with a steal.
They weren't as concerned with Carrera with 2 outs as they were with 1 out when Brian Holiday was in the batter's box. They really didn't care whether he stole third base or not.
Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Rajai Davis waiting on deck. 2 more hits today for Davis. Now the 3-1 from Loop. High fly ball. Right field. Reimold coming in toward the line. That'll end the inning. No runs to walk. Tigers leave a man at third. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Joaquin Soria went out to the mound. Kevin Rand came running out, and now the head athletic trainer is going to walk Soria off the field.
He was holding his left side. I don't know exactly what the issue is, but he's holding it again. So apparently the discomfort that Soria is feeling is right where he's holding right now. Second consecutive day the Tigers have had to walk one of their pitchers off the mound.
It was Sanchez yesterday, now Soria today. Here comes Jabba Chamberlain. He's going to be forced into this game. Well, that's not good. So Brad Ausmus will hand the baseball over to Jabba Chamberlain. Ninth inning to preserve the tie. Here are the numbers on Jabba this year. Here's Soria after he came out of the game. In the dugout, still grabbing that side, low back area. Well, the Tigers had to worry about Anibal Sanchez, who went back to Detroit today to get an MRI, and now Soria has been taken out of this game. As Brad Ausmus looks over his remaining pieces in the bullpen. Hey, the Tigers are hosting the Seattle Mariners Friday, August 15th at 7:08. The first 10,000 fans receive a free Miguel Cabrera two-time MVP bobblehead. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com. So Chamberlain continues to try and get loose on the hill. Here is what the Tigers have left in their bullpen. Chamberlain needs to be scratched off. Koch, Hardy, and McCoy along with Albuquerque.
Let's take a look at the big boys, big play of the game. Max Scherzer has made 7 career starts against Blue Jays, and he has not lost a game against them. He came in with a 4-0 record with a sub-2 ERA, and he was sparkling once again here today. Max double-digit in strikeouts, had a real nice slide piece working, explosive fastball, good changeups. The Blue Jays have been no answer for Max Scherzer. He was sensational today.
Well, he sure was, and you feel bad for Max because certainly pitched well enough to win this ball game, and we thought that he might come out for the ninth inning. What do you have, 105, 106?
He threw 106 pitches. The only thing that we do not know is whether Max told Brad Ausmus that he was spent after he walked off in the 8th inning. The only thing we do not know.
Yeah, which is always possible. So when you consider the moves that you would make, certainly we're not privy to what goes on and what is said in the dugout, but we'll see now if Chamberlain can kind of pick up the pieces here in the 10th inning. Jabba continues to warm up on the mound, and we remind you to join us again tomorrow because it's going to be another good one. The Tigers wrapping up their series with the Jays, and our coverage will begin with Tigers Live at noon tomorrow. David Price will be on the hill. Tigers Jays tomorrow at noon right here on Fox Sports Detroit.
I expect David Price to go out there and be as good as he was against the Yankees in his first start without the anxiety. He still went out there and pitched 8 2/3 innings, had 10 strikeouts, and did not walk one New York Yankee.
That's what made that effort extra special for Price, all of the extra pressure surrounding that start. So Jabba is ready to go. They've got Valencia leading it off here in the bottom of the 10th inning, 2-2 tie.
And Jabba's got a good firm fastball. He's had it all year in the mid-90s. He also has a good curveball and also a good slider, and that's probably what you want to throw against Valencia, who was a dead pull hitter. And see if you can get him to roll over something right toward the shortstop, Suarez.
First one is outside, 1-0. Danny Valencia. He has seen Chamberlain just a few times, 0 for 3 against him with a strikeout.
Only the second at bat of the day by Valencia. He pinch hit against Max Scherzer.
2 balls, no strikes on Valencia. The Jays got it started in the 9th with a leadoff single by Reyes. He eventually came around to score the tying run. And they're trying to get the leadoff man on here in the 10th. 2-0 on Valencia. Bouncing ball left side deep in the hole. Suarez going to be a tough play. Slides and his throw is offline.
He lost his footing just as he was getting ready to plant to try to make the very difficult long throw across the diamond. Right there.
That's where the play went south. So the winning run is on now for the Jays. That is the 7th Toronto hit. Nolan Reimold is up there. His second at bat. He struck out in a pinch hitting role against Scherzer in the 8th. And it's in for a strike, 0-1.
A lot of times when players play on this artificial surface, they won't wear cleats. They'll wear the plastic bottoms, and I'm wondering if he's got plastic bottoms on or not, because that might have helped and aided in one of the reasons why he slipped there.
Here's the 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes on Nolan Reimold.
Reimold had a pretty good cut at that 95-mile-per-hour heater thrown by Jabba.
There's Reyes waiting on deck. The 0-2. Driven toward left center field. That looks like trouble. It's going to get down, go to the wall. And here comes Valencia rounding third. They'll send him home, and he will score.
Tigers won a game yesterday they probably should not have won against the closer of the Blue Jays, Casey Janssen, and the Blue Jays, quite frankly, they didn't deserve to win this one.
The Blue Jays come pouring onto the field. A double by Reimold, a game winner here in the bottom of the 10th. The only chance the Tigers had was for that ball to bounce over the wall, but it did not. There's your final score. We'll be back.